Welcome to this edition of MaddenUniversity.com's Game Film, featuring ranked online game footage from EA Sports Madden NFL 16. Today's match pits TNT713's Carolina Panthers versus KingSpade4Life's Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles win the coin toss and elect to receive. On the opening kickoff, the returner catches the ball in the end zone and brings it out to the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, our opponent opens with a shotgun 3-wide receiver set that gives our defense a 1x4 receiver set to defend. A cut block at the end of the line parallels our backside pursuit, and the delay handoff works for a nice game. On 2nd and short, our defense faces the same look, but a quick audible to a pressure defense keeps another shotgun handoff from getting to the edge and sends our opponent back to the huddle. Our opponent sticks with the shotgun formation, but places 2 backs in the backfield. We counter with a look that crowds the middle, but is soft at the corners until the play clock ticks down. Our adjustment works, as the swing pass to the motion back is dropped for virtually no gain. On 4th down, our opponent opts to hurry to the line to keep our defense off balance, but his play-action attempt misses as he fires an errant pass over receiver's arms. On 1st and 10 from our opponent's own 30, we relish the opportunity to take advantage of the short field. We are presented with a heavily shifted defensive front with no down lineman. Instincts tell us a blitz is coming, so we back out of our run play and use a curl flat concept instead. On 1st and 10, we are met with a 3-4 defense with the safety in the middle of the box. Our right tackle doesn't block anyone, and the defense pressures the runner in the backfield for no gain. On 2nd and 10, we attempt to regain some momentum against a defense that primarily uses a single high safety with man coverage underneath. Our opponent switches to zone coverage and crowds the passing lanes long enough to get the sack before the quarterback to take off. On 3rd and 14, we bring a 3rd wide receiver onto the field to spread the defense. Judging by the press coverage across the field, we are expecting pressure. We change one route, then fire a pass to hit the tight end on a post. On 1st and goal inside the 5, we want to keep the ball on the ground with a straightforward run play, but our back can't find daylight and loses a yard. On 2nd and goal, we bring in a 2nd tight end for extra blocking on a stretch play. The 3-4 defense gets penetration, but turns the runner inside prior to reaching the numbers. On 3rd and goal, we stick with the 2 tight end set, but opt for a slant flat play that nets 3 yards. But we needed 4 yards to score. A great tackle by the safety forces us to make a decision. On 4th and goal from the 1, we decide that settling for 3 points after starting with a short field sends our opponent the wrong message. We utilize our personnel and score on a quarterback sneak that is anything but sneaky. The extra point caps an important statement. On the kickoff, our opponent runs left and seems to pick up key blocks that could spring him until he's drilled in the chest at the goal line. On 1st and 10, our opponent overloads the short side of the field with receivers, then flips his play to realign his offense. At the snap, we react to a play-action fake by switching to an interior lineman, but the quarterback rolls left and sails another pass over his receiver's head. On 2nd and 10, our opponent keeps 3 receivers on the short side of the field and uses a play-action fake to draw the defense in. Our defense stays disciplined, and the deep throw is deflected into the arms of a diving safety for the interception. On 1st and 10 after the turnover, we again use 2 tight ends, but twin our receivers to take advantage of the space on the left. Our opponent sends heavy blitz pressure and forces a quick throw, which is caught by a receiver who fights for an extra 15 yards. As the second quarter begins, we are beginning our march down the field and keep the same formation. We catch our opponent in a cover 2 defense and fit a pass to a streaking tight end up the seam for a gain of 27 yards. On 1st and 10, our first run play of the drive eats up most of our opponent's cushion and punches the ball inside the 5. On 2nd and 10, our opponent leaves us a soft middle. To take further advantage, we pinch our line to ensure everyone in the middle is blocked before snapping the ball. The extra point expands our lead despite an offsides flag. On the ensuing kickoff, our opponent gets blindsided by a big hit that jars the ball loose. Recovery at the 21 sets us up with great field position in scoring range. On 1st and 10, our opponent throws an unexpected wrinkle and covers the field with zones. Our quarterback scrambles to buy time before attempting to complete a pass from the sideline. The pass is caught by a defender who, lucky for us, cannot keep his feet in bounds. On 2nd and 10, we are looking to be more careful and keep it on the ground with a halfback sprint play that goes for 5 yards. On 3rd and 5, we are looking to take a shot at the end zone, but our opponent rushes 6 defenders and sneaks a corner from the left edge to flatten our quarterback for a sack. On 4th and 14, the field goal is the logical choice. It gives us 17 unanswered points with 3:25 left in the first half. On the kickoff, the return man is pushed out of bounds at the 21. On 1st and 10, our opponent returns to the shotgun 2-back motion formation. We rush the left side with cover 4 behind, only to fall victim to a screen pass for a first down. True to form, our opponent wants to get back in the game with a no-huddle series. We simplify our defense to a 2-man under from the nickel wide 9 formation. The pass is accurate, but the receiver can't hold on as he's led into a hit. On 2nd and 10, the swing pass to the flat appears to be contained before the back shakes off 3 tacklers and drags another to pick up 6 yards. A no-huddle play on 3rd and 4 keeps our defense from getting too creative, as we merely flip our play from the opening first down. Pressure gets to the quarterback a step too slowly as he fires a pass to the left flat to a receiver who gets out of bounds past the sticks. On 1st and 10, our defense has had a moment to regroup. Our opponent's offense aligns with 3 wide receivers to the left and a ton of space to the right. We move to the flats and quickly stuff the screen pass. On 2nd and 10, our opponent once again lines up with 3 wide receivers on the short side of the field. We show blitz, then make good on our indication, but our opponent blocks up the pressure and fires a perfect pass to the sideline. On this 1st and 10, our opponent shows us trips right against our cover 3 look. Although we aren't expecting a run play, our corner fights through a block and drops the play from their game. Our opponent hurries to the line and quick snaps before we can make our adjustments. Our linebacker bites on play action and leaves a receiver open behind him, who converts for a red zone first down. Encouraged on 1st and 10, our opponent again runs no huddle. A handoff to the back goes for 2 yards before he's knocked down at the 16. On 2nd and 8, we quickly adjust our defense to a blitz and match our opponent's alignment before he snaps the ball. We swallow up the runner before he gets ahead of steam and drop him for no gain. On 3rd and 8, our opponent finds a receiver in single coverage and fires a perfect pass to the outside just as his receiver breaks to earn his first score. The extra point is successful and trims the deficit to 10. On our first kickoff return, we take the ball out of the end zone and run it back to the 23. On 1st and 10, our opponent has changed his look to a single down lineman. We expect pressure, but defenders drop into coverage and disrupt our timing. An errant pass gives the ball back to our opponent on our side of the field. After the turnover, we want to punish his offense with a pressure package. On 1st down, the quarterback takes a hit as he launches a pass too far for his receiver to catch up. On 2nd and 10, we're relying on our defense to keep our opponent out of field goal range. Again, we attack his protection with a pressure scheme that gets a hit on the quarterback. On 3rd and 10, we again send pressure. This time, from the other side of the line in front of zone coverage. Although the quarterback has time, he throws into the teeth of a zone coverage that gets our offense back on the field. On 1st and 10, we open the drive with 4 wide receivers. Just before the snap, the coverage moves up to press our receivers, but isn't able to get a good jam on our split end. The tackle inbounds compels us to call a timeout. On 1st and 10, we are looking to pick up a big chunk of yards, but our opponent's zone coverage is exactly where we want to go with the ball. As pressure closes, we get rid of the ball just before taking a sack. On 2nd and 10, we again have nothing open downfield, so we take the sack to run the clock, but the defense jars the ball loose. On 3rd and 22, we are content to run the final 5 seconds off the clock and take a 10-point lead into the half. We hit our tight end on the post to end the second quarter. As we begin the second half, our opponent has found some momentum. It's our goal to put a damper on his newfound success. We take the kickoff back to the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, we call a play from the strong-eyed twin wide receiver formation. Our opponent is using a defense with no down lineman that puts our runner on his back as soon as he takes the handoff. On 2nd and 13, we hurry to the line to keep our opponent from substituting. We keep this play on the ground in the middle, but can't hit the hole without losing speed, and we're dropped before we get going. After returning to the huddle on 3rd and 9, we return to the field with the same formation and miss turning the ball over by the skin of our teeth. It's an easy decision to punt on 4th and 9 from deep in our own territory. We angle the kick toward the sideline and make the tackle on the first attempt. On first down, our opponent aligns in another shotgun trips formation. We are expecting a screen to the right and make the tackle as soon as the pass is caught. Our opponent hurries to the line on 2nd and 9. We take a moment to align our defense to set up the coverage and clear a lane for our blitzing linebacker, who breaks up the play with quick pressure. On 3rd and 9, our defense again faces a shotgun two-back set with receivers on the short side of the field. We want to zone blitz, but audible to the wrong defense and must call timeout. Back from the timeout, we cover with 6 and rush 5 from the right edge. The pressure fails, but our coverage holds up, and the corner bats the pass away at the last moment. On 4th and 9, our opponent refuses to punt. We choose a quarter defense and prepare for a play-action pass. Pressure flushes the passer out of the pocket, and he's forced to throw across his body. On 1st and 10, we have another short field. We use a running formation and attempt a short pass, but blitz pressure gets into the backfield before we can make a clean throw. On 2nd and 10, we use our first pistol formation and call a read option play that pops and forces a defensive back to make the tackle. On 3rd and inches, a zone run play opens a huge hole on the right side and puts us back in the driver's seat. On 1st and 10, another read option play catches us at a disadvantage when we make the wrong read on the quarterback keeper. On 2nd and 13, we hurry to the line and audible to a pass play. Reads 1 and 2 are covered, and our dump off is too shallow to make a difference. Scrambling buys time to redirect the receiver, but the pass has too much on it. On 3rd and 13, we're looking to get closer to the sticks using a route combination on the left, while the right receiver clears. We hit the slant just short of the first. We go for it on 4th and 2 from a flipped, strong eye close formation. The defense is stacked on the side we want to run, but run commits to the middle and gives up just enough space to get to the edge. On 1st and goal from the 7, we expect to blitz, so we hot route a receiver to ensure a short throw. Like clockwork, pressure comes free up the B gap, and we just get the ball away. On 2nd and goal, we hurry to the line anticipating another blitz. At the snap, our tight end has inside position, but a late throw allows the safety to make an easy play on the ball. On 1st down, our opponent runs another screen to the left against our blitzing defense to pick up 6 yards. As we hurry to the line on 2nd and 4, we set up pressure from the right. Our rush gets close, but the quarterback launches a bomb that flies a little too far. On 3rd and 4, we take our opponent's deep threat seriously and run a zone blitz that ignores the flats. Our opponent comes back with the left screen and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, we go to man coverage in case we see another screen, but are faced with a slot post play that is completed for a consecutive first down. Our opponent hurries to the line on 1st and 10, but doesn't have enough time to get another play off before the third quarter ends. As we start the fourth quarter, our opponent needs to close a 10-point deficit. We use cover 4 to prevent any deep passes, giving our rusher time to flush the passer to his left and force a throwaway. Second and 10, our opponent shows us a trips formation. We are concerned, but we unleash the hounds to make finding the open receiver difficult after an ill-timed play fake. On 3rd and 16, the offense hurries to conserve precious seconds. Our heavy pressure is stymied, and the quarterback spots a receiver single-covered in the seam. On 1st and 10, we are looking screen all the way, but are slow to get our defense repositioned. Our linebacker hustles, but loses his grip on the touchdown-saving tackle. The extra point turns the game back into a contest. On the kickoff, our sense of urgency is heightened. We field the kick 3 yards deep in the end zone and take it back to the 25. On this drive, our main goal is to take time off the clock as we matriculate the ball down the field. On 1st and 10, we run a stretch play and cut it back for a gain of 4. On 2nd and 6, we send only 3 receivers into the pattern. The added protection picks up a heavy blitz and gives our tight end a chance to make a timely grab for 11 yards. On 1st and 10, we stick to our 2 tight end formation. This time, we run the ball right up the gut for a gain of 4. On 2nd and 6, we run a toss to the right and turn the corner without resistance, but we're bumped out of bounds, which stops the clock. On 1st and 10, we change to a weak-eyed twin wide receiver formation to confuse our opponent. After making a dummy hot route call, we hand the ball to the fullback, who rips up the line for a gain of 9. On 2nd and inches, we call play action against a packed line of scrimmage. At the snap, our opponent manually penetrates the backfield unblocked and brings the quarterback down for an unwanted sack. At the 2-minute warning, our plan turns to keeping our opponent out of field goal range. On 3rd and 11, our receivers can't get open, so we take a sack that keeps the clock running and forces our opponent to burn his first timeout. On 4th and 22, we punt the ball low and toward the sideline so it bounces before the returner can field it. Once he does, a quick spin move gets him into the open as he threatens to find a seam. On 1st and 10, we suspect screens and streaks down the seams. We need sure tackles inbounds to keep the clock moving. The swing pass has room but never gets started due to a solid tackle in the flat. On 2nd and 9, our opponent hurries again to the line and sets up to attack vertically. We play it safe and attempt to make a safe tackle as the receiver makes a catch near midfield. On 1st and 10, our opponent no-huddle attack is proving to be nerve-wracking. This time, he fakes the swing pass to the right and comes back with a screen pass to the left that again moves the sticks. On 1st and 10 at the edge of field goal range, our defense must tighten up to avoid giving up a late score. We pass commit and send 2 defenders to attack a swing pass. On 2nd and 11, our opponent is repeating the order of plays from earlier in the drive. This time, he attacks the deep outside with corner routes. We attack the receiver and flip him before he can secure the catch. On 3rd and 11, we predict another screen, so we cover the left side of the field. But our opponent surprises us by running his biggest back through the middle to pick up a first before calling a timeout. On 1st and 10, our defensive line gets antsy and jumps across the line prematurely, giving the offense 5 free yards. On 1st and 5, we still expect a screen to the right. We manually take out the screen receiver, but leave a crossing route open in the middle for another first down. On 1st and 10, our opponent comes back to the screen, but we drop the play before it gets ahead of steam, forcing a final timeout with 12 seconds left in regulation. On 2nd and 11, it's crunch time. Our opponent must take a shot at the end zone because he can't stop the clock. Adjusting our base cover 3 by dropping both corners to buzz over the flats, we manually play the middle with our free safety. Our opponent motions to check our coverage while we adjust to the slot's motion. At the snap, we blanket the end zone and minimize the passing lanes. When the ball is thrown, our linebacker makes a clutch play that seals the game. One more play from victory formation, and the game is over. And the final score, TNT713, 17. KingSpade4Life, 14. We momentarily lost sight of our goals, but were able to focus on deciphering our opponent's pattern at the end of the game when it mattered most. This has been a presentation of MaddenUniversity.com's game film. For more, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at Twitter at TNT713, and don't forget to tackle that like button.